Hello, this is Janie from the Minnesota View, and I've got a wonderful lady here, Shellene Johnson, and she's with the Refuge Network, and she's here to tell you guys about the new Women's Expo that's coming up and all the events that she's going to be having. Hello, this is Shellene. Say hi to Shellene.
Good morning. Hello.
So can you tell me a little bit about your program, Shellene, that you guys do over there at the Refuge Network?
Yep, the Refuge Network provides domestic violence and sexual assault services in Chisago, Isani, Knabec County.
Wow.
We also have a 15-bed domestic violence shelter for battered women and their children.
Oh, thank God.
Yep, that's in the northwestern portion of Chisago County.
That's so exciting.
Yes. And
we need that so bad.
We do. Terribly.
Yes, God knows. God, so how many beds do you have?
It's a 15-bed facility. We opened it in the beginning of 2009, and we've seen over 500 women and children come through the doors already.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Yeah.
Just that many little years? Oh, it's not very, how many years? It's only
about 3
years. That's a lot of people. 500 people. That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
That's a lot of women, children coming through. Gosh. You know what? There's so many towns and so many cities across the world that have no place for anybody to go. When I was a young girl and I was out in the street with my 2 babies, there was no place for me to go. Nobody for me to call. There was no services then at all, and that was 1959, 1960s. There wasn't anything available. So it's the most enjoyable and most exciting to meet you guys, to know that you're there to help these young girls and guys. I mean, I'm sure there's boys too that get into the mess. I mean, messed up too. So what can you tell me where people can get a hold of you if they need to? Tell everybody where to call or where to go or how to get a hold of you.
Yep. We have offices in the 3 different counties, one in Lindstrom, one in Cambridge, and then one in Mora. Okay. We do have an 800 number.
Yeah, that'd be good to give them.
Yeah, and that's our 800 number is 1-800-338-7233. We also have information on our website, which is www.therefugenetwork.org.
Great.
And there's information about our services and our offices, how someone can contact us, and then information there about our events.
That's good. Now, I heard you're having your 4th annual expo's coming up, a women's expo, right?
Yeah.
What's that all about?
One Thursday, May 17th, from 4 to 8, we are having a women's gathering and an expo, so people can come become inspired, be pampered, hear from different folks, and there'll also be vendors available.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And this will be held at the Maranatha Church in Forest Lake.
Oh, good.
And you can purchase tickets on our website.
Oh, good.
There's information and directions on how to find the church.
Oh, good. That's going to be so fun.
And we have a special featured speaker that evening.
Me.
Yes, we are just thrilled.
Oh, thank you, honey. That's going to be fun.
We are thrilled that you'll be speaking, and you'll be our featured speaker at 6:30.
Oh, my. You guys had better all show up.
Yes.
So I can talk your ear off. And you're having an annual motorcycle ride, I see here.
Yep. On July 14th, it's our 4th annual Black Dog Hill. The name of our shelter is called Black Dog Hill, so it's a Black Dog Hill motorcycle ride.
How fun is that?
Yes, it's a wonderful event. People will be meeting up at Vanelli's in Forest Lake, going on the ride and returning back. And if you're not a motorcycle rider,
I just stay at Vanelli's and wait for y'all to come back.
Exactly, hang out at Vanelli's.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yep.
That's what I think I'll be doing.
It's right on the lake in Forest Lake.
Oh,
it's
really?
Beautiful.
It's pretty. Oh, that's going to be neat. So that's going to be fun. I used to have a Harley. Johnny and I back in Vegas had a big Harley Davidson, and I guess he said it was, you got to have it all chrome and leather seats with fringe and saddlebags with fringe. Okay. And so, matter of fact, Raya, is that her name, Raya, from the center?
Yeah.
She from the network, she took one of my photographs that I had years ago in the 50s or the 60s, early 60s of my motorcycle. Yeah, she got a picture of it. She'll probably have it out there.
She probably will. She'll display it proudly.
I'll bring some photos and bring them and display some stuff too. So
And for all of our events, everything we raise goes back to supporting the programs in our community, helping those that have been victims or that are attempting to leave or trying to leave an abusive situation. All the services we provide to our clients, whether in the community or in the shelter, are free and confidential services.
Wow, so you need support.
We do.
You need support really bad. I heard that they're cutting back on giving you aid and funds that you need. I heard that too, and that just makes me just sad because these places need funding. What is wrong with this country that we don't fund this? This is the most horrible thing that I ever... And let's just cut back on women that are being abused and let's beat them some more.
Right.
You know, let's just smack them down again. Oh, we're not going to give you any money. Oh, you're not going to have any money to feed them.
Yeah.
Or put them into place. I mean, it takes money.
Right.
You know, and it just, we need to, maybe you need to try to get a big grant.
Right. I hope
Come on out there. Pitch in here.
Yeah, and we run our shelter, and even from the day we open the shelter, we run it on the kindness and donations. We don't receive any state or federal funding at this point to run our shelter. At this point, there's no new funding available.
I know, not now.
Right. We're hoping that may change in the future, but at this time we run it out of the kindness of individuals.
Oh, God, that's so sad.
Mm-hmm. And I think the other thing, I mean, domestic violence is complex. And,
oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, and people don't realize that one of the most dangerous times for a woman is when she's attempting to leave, is leaving, or has recently left the relationship.
Yes, that's the hardest, that's the scariest part, because sometimes they get killed. Yeah, Johnny tried to kill me, tried to shoot me out in the desert when I was leaving him to get away from prostitution back in the 60s.
Yep,
so I know.
He didn't want to lose control of you.
Oh, no. They don't want to lose control. No, not whatsoever. They want to keep their thumb on you. But us strong women survive.
And many women do.
We will survive. I figure, I'm thinking to myself that when I was in the 60s, when I was 18 years old, if I had a place to call like yours, I would have never gotten put into prostitution. I would have never been shot at. I'd have never been knifed. I'd never been kicked around. I'd have never had black eyes. All those things would never happen to me if I had a place to go like yours. And I never lost my children to his parents if I had a place to go.
Yeah.
So, I tell people all the time, there's just nothing more devastating in the world than to have your two little babies in your arms and not have anywhere to go. And be out in the street, and then the apartment people lock the door, and you're completely out in the street all by yourself, alone.
Yeah.
With no food, no money, no nothing.
And people, and our number is available to people 24 hours a day.
Always. Oh, good.
And I think what people don't realize is how having that service and being there and helping support someone in that situation and supporting them through that situation, how that can transform their lives, their children's lives.
It does. It does. I mean, just the thoughts of having you there that's 50-some years ago for me. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's why I want you here. I want more of you people out in the world helping these women, and girls, and kids, and boys, and men. And I think we need to help the men, too. I think the men need to start thinking a little differently about women. Yeah. Thinking a little bit more kinder, being a little more gentler.
Yep.
If you want to beat up on something, go beat up your buddies.
Yeah.
You know?
And men should hold other men accountable.
And men should hold other men accountable,
saying
yes.
This isn't okay.
You know, we tried to have a march, Breaking Free, tried to have a man march against violence to women. And I wish maybe we could start something like that over in Santee or one of those counties. Maybe we could get a bunch of guys to come and march against men against violence.
That's a great idea.
Isn't that a fun idea? Doesn't that sound like fun?
Idea.
I bet there's a lot of fellas that would join us.
We need men to help us.
Yeah, we need men to help
violence.
us. Unless men help us, we're never gonna. It's never gonna end.
It's not.
You know, we're gonna have to get the men to push and help these other men that are so messed up.
Right.
Realize what they're doing.
And I commend you for being a voice to some of these issues and bringing them forward.
I got to.
Because
That's what I'm living for, is to bring this out.
So many people feel ashamed or afraid.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough topics to talk about.
It is. That's why I have Lucy in my arms. Because it's a tough topic.
It is.
All my topics are tough. So I got to have my little Lucy to warm it up. Right, Lucy? Yes. Yes, Lucy says yes. Everybody's going to be happy. We're going to go to the expo and be happy. And we should work on getting some guys to maybe have a big march against violence to women.
I would love it. I would love to hear from men. You think start a march.
Any of you guys out there, give us a call over here. You know, call the Refuge Network, and call the suburban community channels, and let us know who you are, where you are, and we'll set up a place to meet. We'll meet at this fun place here. We'll meet here.
That'd be great.
You know, ride your bikes over.
You're right.
And we'll get the motorcycle guys in there, and they'll stop beating your wife.
Right.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
It would be wonderful. Wouldn't it be wonderful?
It would be.
Oh, it'd be great. That's my dream. Get these men to stand up and say, stop doing this to women, you creeps.
Yeah.
Because all men aren't like that.
No.
There's so many wonderful men in the world
that
treat women wonderful.
Yeah.
And it's just such a shame when men treat women with no respect.
Yep. And helping our young folks navigate and understand what is a healthy relationship and an unhealthy relationship.
That's so important. Because I think they need more mentoring when they're young. Like, you know, I think 10 years old. Yep. I used to start telling my grandkids when they were 10, you know, always treat a woman nice. Never use a woman for, you know, whatever, you know, and make sure that you treat her tenderly and kind. She's only a woman. She's not a batting ram.
Right.
You know. And I think my grandsons are pretty sweet guys. I got 3 grandsons over in Matamidi. And I know you're nice boys. No.
They better be, right?
Yeah. No, you know, I was gonna mention to you. Did you know that the History Channel sent for me to come out to Las Vegas?
I heard about this.
Did you?
So exciting.
Oh my
Tell me more about it.
Guess what? I went out to Vegas, and they said that we're gonna have you come and tell us 10 things you don't know about the Rat Pack. And so can you answer 10 questions? And I said, well, sure, I can answer 10 questions. I only knew the guys about 10, 12 years, you know, Frank and them. And so they asked me all these questions, and they said, well, would you mind flying out to Vegas? I said, my bags are packed. I'm ready to go. I'm like there already. So I went out to Vegas in the limos, and they treated me just like a little, I just loved it. I said, this is the way I used to be treated. This is cool. So they gave a place that they had it all set up, and Hasselbeck, what's his name? Hasselbeck? David Hasselhoff, I think his name is, that does the interviews, interviewed me. And I'm going to be on May 7th at, it's actually going to be 9 o'clock here, on H2 channel on May 7th. And Jimmy's restaurant over on County Road E is having a big bash, free champagne, free Jimmy appetizers. Yeah. At 5:30 on the 8th, day after the show airs.
Oh, I'll have to come check that
Yeah,
out
5:30.
too.
You got to be there.
I will be
And
there.
okay, good. And then at 6:30, he's going to show the segment,
Fabulous.
the History Channel.